Star Showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Longhorns will put total weather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ashmore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ashmore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Looking for room at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat and mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
Ball's incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This is a designed run. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Texas A&M looking to convert on fourth here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out fast.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The hand to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. Like, you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. He might want another play. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Let's go. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Here we go. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Ashmore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. trying to turn the corner on the right. Finds a little space. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game. He's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Running into the open space. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to...
Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target. But then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Got room to work. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try the run. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and short kick. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll give it to him again. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time to get him out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it at the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by just one over Virginia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Ashmore. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're working that left side. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking. Now, you've got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play.
A full dive to haul that one in.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Got it behind the line. It's Ashmore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how play by the defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Makes the grab. It's Ashmore. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Aggies looking to convert on fourth down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play.
Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Flips it out to the back. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Can't get him to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Right on target this time. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going for it all. Fires and picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with the 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding he's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football.
There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Swings it out to the flat. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They take the lead with the 6.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll try the left side. Fights off a defender. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Offense in an empty set. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop punt barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Pass to 30. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. Running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by just 2 over Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Ashmore. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Touchdown, Aggies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind.
Turning it on! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Texas A&M going quickly. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wideout. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been... to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Texas A&M likely will just try to bleed the clock. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. The latest edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.